Lady like a lady.
Purpose is not just about success and achievements. It's walking in the very reason you were created. A woman working in purpose is unstoppable. She builds, influences, and transforms the very world around her. Here on Lady Like a Lady, we bring real conversations that inspire, challenge, and equip you with the right tool to thrive. From powerful stories to expert insights and mentorship opportunities, this is your space to grow and own your journey. My name is Adiswa Brown. I'm your host, your sister, your greatest cheerleader, and sometimes your biggest wake-up call. Join us every Sunday for transformative conversations that inspires and challenge you. It's time to be all that God created you to be, and most importantly, be that lady just like the lady in Proverbs 31. Welcome to Lady Like a Lady, and this is the Women's Series Podcast. I'll see you on the other side.
Lady like a lady.
Hello, welcome to another beautiful episode of A Lady Like a Lady. And this is the Women's Series Podcast, where we engage in meaningful life conversations that engage and pertain to the lady, the woman, in perspective. Now, if you're just joining us, please do well to subscribe and hit the notification button so you can always be updated when we have fresh posts. Wow. Now, we have this beautiful topic today, passion or profit. We live in a world where everybody wants to monetize. You can dance, people say monetize. You can sing, people say monetize. You can put one or two things together or even make people laugh. And then people say monetize. Now, do we have to monetize every of our hobby, craft, talent? Joining me right now to talk about this very beautiful topic is the amazing, talented, and I must say beautiful. She's a beautiful fashion designer, the CEO of GIO Couture. Thank you so much, Guy, for joining us
Thank you so
today.
much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I
Thank
love what
you.
you're wearing. You're wearing a very beautiful piece. I know you designed this.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
No
and I
one
couldn't
else
choose
can.
any other person to talk about this topic. Okay, now we live in a world where anything you do, people say monetize it. You can make people laugh. They're like, why you not monetize? Why you not making money? Should you monetize, or must every woman monetize whatever they can do?
Yes, so there's so much glorification around the word monetization. And that's because these days people sell themselves as brands. So once you open your social media, you see people saying, oh, I'm a brand. And then it feels like, oh, once I sell myself as a brand and I'm passionate about selling myself, then I will not have to work a day in my life because I'm doing something I love. If I'm vlogging, for instance, I love to vlog. It's something I love. So I don't have to work a day. It's just like ease, doing it with ease. If you're sewing, if it's something you love, do it anyway. And there's just so much job dissatisfaction around now. And these days, our Gen Zs and our upcoming Gen Alpha, they don't want to say yes, sir. Nobody wants to say yes, ma. So the advice you're getting from your left to your right is, what is it you know how to do? Do it, and you will not have to stress over it. But I tell you for a fact, it's false. It's false because not every passion can be monetized. Not every passion has a market for it, right?
So we're going to get there.
Okay.
Now, talking about, you're a fashion designer, and when I first met you, you were not into
I
it.
was a
Yeah, you were a
9 to 5
9 to
girl.
5er. Now, tell us a bit of your experience. Was it a roller coaster ride transitioning from a 9 to 5 person to this brand, this fashion? Everybody wants to, wear your brand. People that I know, and you make amazing designs. Really.
Thank you so
Now,
much.
tell us, was it a smooth ride for you? Was it a time where you wanted to, did I make a mistake leaving my job and then hanging on to this fashion?
Okay. So, first off, monetizing or making your passion your paycheck depends. There are so many factors that you have to consider. There are circumstances around, making that decision. And there are also priorities you have to put in place. So in my case, it was a matter of priority because I transitioned from being a single lady to a married lady. And then along the line, kids came in and I had to just sit back and just look at my life and what is priority now. It was not easy going to work, coming back, having to take care of, the kids, the husband, make food. It was not very easy. So at that time, there was just a circumstance at that time that informed my transitioning.
Oh.
And then I had to prioritize. Am I prioritizing going to work or, staying at home? So at some point, when I looked at it, I just liked to sew for myself. Like I go to work, I wear a new design, and everyone's like, Gift, you're looking good, you're looking good. And then here and there, people wanted me to make something for them. So on the side, right, in a very relaxed manner, I was doing it on the side.
Oh.
Not because I wanted to make money off of it. No, that was not the idea at the time. I just enjoyed doing it, right? So when I looked at what my priorities were at that time, I felt, okay, why not just, let's see how it goes. It gives you enough time to, I thought it would give me enough time to take care of my family
okay.
at the time.
Okay.
So I was like, you just, go to work, you're your own boss, you just go, come back when you like, do whatever you like at that time, right? So I just felt that at the time, my priority was to take care of my family. So if I have to stay at home and not be bored, then I'll do what I like, make a little money at the side, and then, life is good. That was what I thought. So,
but that wasn't the case.
Well, in reality,
that wasn't
it's not so, yeah.
Okay, now, I think that many times when you monetize what you love to do, it kills the joy, right? Because, I heard someone say that people don't care how talented you are. What matters to them is the value that you bring to the table. So people are not paying for your talent, they're paying for the value that your talent is bringing. Now, when can this thing kill the joy? Like, maybe, for example, you're into fashion, and then you're trying to meet up a customer's order. Oh, I need to do this. And then you're like, you were doing it before for the fun of it. You love to wear beautiful designs. But now, sometimes, you want to meet up an order. You want to meet up. You have so many orders. And sometimes you could say you're not taking orders again this month, next month, because you have a lot of work to do. Does it ever kill the joy?
Okay, so I feel like we should have made something clear from the beginning. So there's hobby on one part.
Okay.
There's the passion, what you like to do. And there's business on the other hand.
Okay.
A hobby, for me, fashion is something I like to do. It's a form of self-expression for me. It's a form of enjoyment. It gives me joy. I'm happy about doing it. Business, on another hand, you do it for profit. It's something you have to do to make money off of it. And it's a more complex whole, you know. It encompasses things like marketing. You have to market. You have to, think about the financial implications of business. There's a whole lot. You have to think of scaling in the world where there is competition. You have to think of it. So your question now is when it kills the joy.
Yes.
So yeah, it kills the joy when the fun of it becomes stress. And what brings in the stress? Customer demands. So when you start scaling up, demands. And sometimes what I like as a fashion designer might not be what the customer wants. So when what you like is just not in line with what your customer wants, there's what they call niche.
Yes.
There's a niche, there's something you like to do. And then, for instance, your customer wants a boo-boo and you're interested in making a corset. I'll make the boo-boo anyway, but not with that joy. So there's and then there are times where orders are overwhelming, and the manpower you have at the time cannot carry it. It becomes stress to you. So many other times, the financial aspect of it, when you start the business and the money is not coming as people think when you start something immediately, your customer base is waiting for you, sitting down, just waiting for you to just launch the idea and then they'll start dishing out the money. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a gradual process. So if you're not patient at the time when you start off and you're not seeing that money that you're seeing to buy the bone straight that Vicky James has and the Benz that she's driving, it becomes, you start thinking of your life, you start thinking about your life. And then there are also times when you're so stressed and you feel like quitting because you're no more happy. You come to your store, it's either the people working with you are misbehaving, their orders unmet, you're just frustrated. And what was once your solace starts to just give you a whole lot of stress. And the financial aspect of it is something that is very important. You have to factor, that is the draining
part.
Once you don't know how to manage your finance, you don't have enough money to even start out, right? And then you want to start out just because now every fashion designer has a building.
Yeah.
You know, people are having buildings, they are renting out all the houses in Lekki, all the terrains in Lekki. And then you think that that is how you want to go into it, rent out a terrace, and then your customer will just be there giving you in millions. Because, you know, when Vicky calls millions, your ear starts. Even if you don't have a passion for fashion, you will instill it in yourself, and then you want to. But then the market is really not like that, right? And so once your expectation doesn't meet your reality, you will be burnout. It will just be stress to you, right? But there's something I will say. If you want to make your hobby your paycheck, I think people should consider what they really like, how patient they can be for the business to grow. If you can be patient, if you can wait, because there'll be times where you won't make enough profit, right? Ask yourself, at the time where the money is not coming in the way I want it to come in, will I be patient enough to wait for this business to grow? There are sometimes you just have to make clothes for people with the amount they tell you they have, just so that you can gain publicity and hope that somewhere along the line, referrals will make your business grow. There's that time. It can be emotionally draining. You know, it can make you see a sewing machine and hate the day you decided to step on that machine. It can make you see a scissors and cut it out, right? So you ask yourself, am I going to be this patient? You know, can I handle people? Am I emotionally ready to handle people? Some customers are, I'm sorry to use the word, but some customers are terrible. They are terrible people in this world.
No, but some fashion designers, people are also very annoying.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about it.
Like, I have this client, this friend of mine. I wanted to patronize her because she really makes amazing designs. And then I told her, I gave her the outfit, like the fabric, like a month ago, a month before I needed the outfit. And I told her, please, I'll need this outfit for this particular program. Make it available because I'll be traveling for it. She said, okay. 2 days before, I told her I'm coming to get the material, the outfit, the day before the program. She said, it's fine. I could come. The day I was leaving the office, I called them I'm on my way to your shop. She said, oh, there was an emergency at the shop area. So everybody they were asked to lock up their shops and go home. But I shouldn't worry. She's going to bring the outfits to my house. I got home. I waited till like 7. I was calling this lady. At first, her phone was ringing. And then finally, the phone went switched off. I couldn't get her. I don't know where she lives. So I had to, do some investigation. I finally found the husband's number. Guess what? I called the husband. I've been trying to reach your wife, but the last time I spoke to her was in the afternoon. And the husband asked me, what did she tell you? She told me there was an emergency at a shop area, so everybody was asked to shut down for the day. And then guess what? The husband said, my wife has traveled like a week ago. Exactly. So you designers sometimes you get up the hook.
Do you know, I dare say she was not passionate about that craft, because this has never happened to me. And I'm not saying it boastfully.
Maybe because maybe sewing was a hobby to her at a point, and then when monetization entered, like you said,
it started to overwhelm her.
Yes.
So that's why I said, be sure what you want. If you're emotionally ready for the baggage that comes with monetizing your craft, right? And I said, this has never happened to me, because at any point where it seems like I get overwhelmed, I look at my structure, look at my work life, and I say no when I have to say no. Yes, a lot of people mistake it for being rude. But if I break down, or if anybody that works with me breaks down, tomorrow you will find another fashion designer, and then life goes on. Yeah, so I know when to say no, right? So once you know when to say no, you know how to maintain that balance. Once you know when to I take breaks a lot too.
I know.
For 3 years in a row, I've not worked the whole of January.
I know.
Because I feel like it's a deserving break. Like I need to breathe. Because for 2 years in a row, right, in December, when we're about to close, I tell everybody that is working with me, see, it's like I'm not doing this fashion work next year. It's like you people won't come back because I'm stressed. I deserve a better life, you know. But then I sit back and then I'm like, let's rest for January. Let's, assess what we've done and see if, we can continue this. So take breaks so that it doesn't stress you out. Take breaks. Know when to say no. And very importantly, what I do that keeps me afloat, I try to maintain a personal version of my craft. I'll tell you what I mean by that. I dedicate time to myself to make clothes for myself. Before now, I do it every week. I'm not even exaggerating because I feel like that's the only way I can be in this business. I have to wear my clothes and be happy about it for me to translate it to, other people. So I try to maintain that personal version of my craft just so that I don't lose the fun of it.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Yeah. So I think that's what people should
Okay, now, before we actually wrap up this, I want to ask you a question. You mentioned earlier that not every hobby or path or skill should be monetized. Now, even if a woman watching right now wants to monetize whatever she's doing, what are the things? Because I know that every time I see you, you keep evolving. Like there's always something you've added and added. Now, should a woman, let's say, for example, I do a lot of things, right? But I'm a spoken word artist, but I don't put that. I feel that's the way I minister to the Lord. So that is holy for God, not for anything else. So, but if I decide I want to monetize that, for example, meaning I have to go further, right? Now, talk to a lady right now that wants to transition from just taking it as a hobby to making money out of it. Should they remain where they are, or they have this passion, they can do this? Would they be able to survive the market if they decide to remain that way?
So, you see, one thing about your hobby and your talent and trying to monetize it, your hobby might just be personal to you. The next person might not care about it. So once you're trying to monetize your passion or turn it into a business, you have to consider so many factors. One, your said hobby, is there a market waiting to catch it? Right? There are hobbies that have readily available markets. The three major things in life: food, clothing, and shelter. If you're cooking, there's a market for it. People eat every day.
Absolutely.
Right? If you're sewing, people must wear clothes.
Yes.
Even in COVID, people still made clothes.
Wow.
Right? So if you're sewing, people must wear clothes every day. There's a wedding every other day. If you take pictures, there are events every other Saturday, every other weekday. There's a birthday. If you're a baker, there's a birthday every day. People will bake. Everybody has a birthday every day. At least 1 million people were born today. So there's a market for you, right? It's just how to tap into it. You consider that. So look into that hobby of yours if there's an available market for it. There are hobbies that maybe there's a market for it, but then those people are like 1 out of 100. I'll give you for instance, you say you're a spoken word artist. People like poetry. On the side, I like poetry, but not everybody appreciates that craft. So I can't be a poet and tell myself that, okay, now I'm just going to monetize. How many people knows Titi Lope Shonuga? I love that lady so much.
Good.
But people don't appreciate her as much as they appreciate the Vicky James of our time, the Tubo of our time. People don't appreciate her that much.
Yes,
right?
Correct.
But she put out a work. I appreciate it because you
love it.
Even last year, December, I was going to go to her concert. I've forgotten the name of, but I was supposed to go there. But then I think I had a wedding on that day or so. But that's how much I appreciate it. But 1 million other people don't appreciate poetry that way. So will you say, because I'm a poet? People like to sing, and then they spend 10 years of their life. See, have people not met you, come to you to sell CDs? I beg that my hustle, buy them.
Yes.
So people like to sing. they wait 10 years for that big break and it never comes. So if your hobby is singing, do you want to monetize your song? Who will buy it at this time? So some hobbies require too much. No, for real, this is real talk. You know,
Yes.
some hobbies require so much effort. You know, are you ready for it? Ask yourself. Then you can also speak to people that have excelled along that line. You know, speak to them. Tell them what your concerns are at the time. You know, I want to start out like this. This is what I have financially. This is what I have to start out. Is it okay for me to start this way and wait for my business to grow? Ask mentors. There are people that are willing to. And then sometimes what you like, you really don't have to sell it. You can train other people to like it. So you can consider, you know, doing your normal business that gives you profit, right? And training on the side, right? And then you can also consider living your passion as a side hustle for a long time. Nobody will fault you for it until you are emotionally ready to take the bold step, until you are financially ready to take the bold step. So consider living it as a side hustle for as long as you can. Yeah, so my apologies. It might sound like with this topic, I'm a little bit on the fence. Like, I've not told you to make your hobby your passion. Neither have I told you not to make it your passion. And that's simply because it's really not a one size fit all. You know, I've given you reasons why some hobbies cannot translate into a money making machine, right? And I've given you reasons why other hobbies can. So just go back, reevaluate, ask yourself all these questions I've laid out for you to ask. Some hobbies thrive, like you can live with your hobby for the longest time by just simply doing it and be happy, you know, on your own. Look for something else to make money out of, and your hobby will just be there for you till the very end. Some hobby thrive as just being a side hustle, right? And then some others thrive as, you know, seasonal businesses. For instance, if I'm a baker and I'm not ready for all the complexities that come with turning my baking into a career, I can decide to bake every once in a while. If there's an event in your church, bake, sell it there. You know, if there's a wedding, you can sell desserts. You know, if you're a designer, if there's like a, what do they call this thing, trade fair, or you know,
exhibition,
just make something, sell it. Some hobbies thrive that way. So somewhere there is you funding that hobby from outside while just making something out of it, you know, and then your passion stays with you till forever so that you don't lose it at some point in your life, right? So, like I said, it's not, I may sound like I'm on the fence, but it's really not a one-way, it's not a one-way traffic. I can't say yes, quit now and start making money off of what you like. I can't say that so that you won't quote me anywhere. And I can't tell you don't try to. Please, by all means, try to. Everybody is on and about entrepreneurship. We see people that do these things and they excel. Some people excel truly, while some people just paint us a picture, show us what we just need to see on social media, you know, show us the soft life aspect of being an entrepreneur. Some people do that, but some people excel for real, right? So, like I said, consider circumstances, priorities, speak to people. You know, if you have to go for therapy to, you know, make your decisions, please, by all means, do. If not, I'll leave you with one word. Your passion must not be your paycheck. Sometimes just leave it to be your joy. Yes, and I'm telling you from a place of experience. That's all I have to
Wow,
say.
amazing. Wow. Should every hobby be monetized? You just heard from the beautiful, talented gift sharing with us that not necessarily you don't have to monetize every of your hobby. You could just leave it as a side also. But however, if you have to, you must be emotionally ready for whatever challenge that it comes. And that's why we have the Lady Like a Lady community. If you're a woman out there, you're wondering, how do I navigate, life? How do I, really live to my full potential? This community is for you. You can join us by clicking on the link click on the link. And if you want to gain access to this beautiful, talented gift, to make amazing designs for you, you also have her handle right there on the link. So you can chat her up and then you'll be amazed. You make beautiful and amazing designs. I'm going to leave you with this. Bible says in Proverbs 22 verse 29, see as a man diligent in his business, he should stand before kings and not mean men. Now, if you want to really stand before kings and want to take your passion, your talent to another level, you have to be diligent enough to develop it. And that's why this community is here for you. Before we say a final goodbye to our guests, as usual, in Lady Like a Lady, we're all about the business of giving. So we have a beautiful gift for you today.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
From all of us, from the Lady Like a Lady, want to say thank you for coming, and this is for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll sure keep this in my office.
Absolutely. Wow. That'll be all that we can take on to this episode of A Lady Like a Lady. And this is the Women's Series Podcast. Remember to like, comment, and share if this has actually blessed. And you've learned one or two from it. Adesso Brown is my name. See you again next week for another beautiful time. It's goodbye for now.
Lady Like a Lady.
Purpose is not just about success and achievements. It's walking in the very reason you were created. A woman working in purpose is unstoppable. She builds, influences, and transforms the very world around her. Here on Lady Like a Lady, we bring real conversations that inspire, challenge, and equip you with the right tool to thrive. From powerful stories to expert insights and mentorship opportunities, this is your space to grow and own your journey. My name is Adesso Brown. I'm your host, your sister, your greatest cheerleader, and sometimes your biggest wake-up call. Join us every Sunday for transformative conversations that inspires and challenge you. It's time to be all that God created you to be, and most importantly, be that lady just like the lady in Proverbs 31. Welcome to Lady Like a Lady, and this is the Women's Series Podcast. I'll see you on the other side.
Lady Like a Lady.